Welcome to Economics 101 here at Rebel Economics. Today we will be exploring something that has affected the lives of most people living today in one way or another: a financial bubble. What are they? Why do they happen? And above all, are they inevitable? Remember that none of this is financial advice of any kind. If you enjoy the shorter form of content, consider subscribing and hitting the like button. But now, let's get to the point of just what is a financial bubble. Well, a financial bubble, put it simply, is the uncontrolled increase in the price of an asset that cannot be rationally explained by the potential revenue to be derived from it beyond the expectation of selling it to some greater fool than you for more money. Now, I'm not sure if I like this description because it sounds really vague to me. What do we mean with, for example, an uncontrolled rise in prices? What do we mean with potential revenue? The reason for this is that financial bubbles are born from a human behavior that we can understand without being able to explain it rationally. For example, economists are not sure whether financial bubbles are the product of irrationality in the minds of the customers who are driven by hype or FOMO into an investment that might be missing fundamental methods of deriving cash, or instead they are the products of rational decision making with limited information. Regardless of what the case might be, there are some constants of financial bubbles that are important to consider. Constant number 1. They happen in times of cheap money, when getting loans is easy. This makes sense, since the risk that might not be perceived by irrational investors could be limited by financial institutions in, say, a recession by means of not giving them that money to gamble. Constant number 2. They tend to correlate with innovation in a given sector. Obviously, this is not always the case, but it is so often enough. For a normal company or industry to increase in value in the stock market, first they need to prove their market concept and then the race happens. For an industry propped up by a financial bubble, the increase in price of the stock base comes grounded in promises of what it might do in the future, not what it is doing today. And constant number 3. They pop. Of course, every bubble is meant to pop at some time, and the capitalist economy is guided by cycles of boom and bust. But generally, the assets that are contained in a bubble never recover their pre-bubble prices, something that in naturally rising assets does happen. Some examples of popular financial bubbles might be the dot-com bubble of the early 90s, where investors were able to see the incipient value of the internet but were not yet sure which business models will emerge successful. This led them to consider almost every business that had to do with the internet as a desirable investment, artificially increasing the price of many companies that lacked a winning business model. Another popular example is the tulip mania of Holland in the 17th century, where prices of tulips consistently rose above any rational level, sometimes being worth more than horses or expensive suits. If you would have asked anyone honest about their intentions buying tulips at the time, they would have said only one thing: I want to sell them at a higher price. It is difficult to disentangle financial bubbles from actually worthwhile investments that can go the distance. But that is the risk that investors take while investing. So remain vigilant out there. And if it sounds too good to be true, then it probably is. Thank you for watching Rebel Economics. Remember to subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. For now, you have some other videos to check out right now.